Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Have I been live all this time, y'all? I have no idea. I was waiting for Facebook to say go live. This is hilarious, y'all. Okay, all right, all right. Hey guys, hello ladies. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Coach's Corner with Mernice. And again, I apologize. I was thinking I was still waiting for Facebook to let me know we were live, and I didn't realize we were already alive. Hilarious, 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 hilarious. But nonetheless, wanted to jump on today and talk to you guys about something I know y'all want to hear. This is what you're interested in. This is what we need to talk about. We've been talking about it really about every week since the beginning of the year. And that is how we can all increase and generate more income for our businesses. And so, as I was thinking and kind of preparing to come on and talk to you guys, I really just want to break this down so very simple. Talk a little bit about our grow and scale program that we have, that we are making some tremendous impact in the businesses with the women that we've been working with, helping them to create additional streams of income to grow their business. I don't know about you, but there's always a good thing to have additional streams of income, multiple ways that you can build and grow your business and bring in some more revenue for yourselves. For those of you that are brand new to the community, I am Mernice Oliver, affectionately known as Coach Mo, Queen Quiet Storm. I am the calm to your agency chaos. And so I was thinking about, my grandmother this morning. I called her Gran. And, I just thought the sun rose and set on her. But one of the biggest things that she always taught me was always, always have your own money. Always have a way to build and grow money substantially on your own. Put some money away, save it, but always have a way that you can bring in money on your own. Am I the only one who had a granny that was so very wise and that told you that same thing? Always have your own money. Always have your own money. It doesn't matter if you're in a marriage relationship or a partnership, whatever it is, you need to be able to take care of yourself as well as that partner should be able to take care of themselves as well. And so I'm so very glad that she taught me that wisdom, and I learned it, and I'm using it now to share, with my son and future generations that are coming behind me. Hopefully I'll be able to share that with my grandkids and my great grandkids if I'm blessed to live that long. But yeah, I'm so very happy that I get to come in here inside of Insurance Queen Rock and help you women do the same thing inside of your lives and inside of your own business. And so I wanted to talk to you about 3 steps that really will help you generate more income in your business this month, right? So I know we're almost to the end of the month. We only got a few more days left to the end of the month, but you guys should already be thinking about what's your strategy to really close out this quarter, first quarter strong, and what are we going to do to be gangbusters for quarter 2. And so that's why I wanted to jump on this morning or this afternoon, it's lunchtime now, to talk to you about some revenue generating steps that you can take that you're going to be able to build your own additional streams of income. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, step number 1, is that I really want you to begin thinking about what are you doing right now to generate revenue. That's right. So I want you to think about that. Step number 1 is think really hard and spend some time thinking about what are you doing today to generate income inside of your business. Now, I know most of us in this community are insurance professionals or financial professionals, and we're making money selling insurance, right? And I get that. But what are you doing beyond the desk? What are you doing outside of that? How are you using your God-given talents? I call that your GTSA, your gifts, your talents, your skills, and your abilities to create passive streams of income for yourself. One of my colleagues, and I call her my friend, I really admire her because not only is she, has been a long time successful woman in the insurance and financial services arena. She has had multiple agencies. She has, a team of about 10 or 20 people on her team, but she's also become the master of generating revenue for herself. She owns her own high-end boutique. Now she started her own call center, virtual assistant program. So a multiple streams of income because like her, I believe all of you out here in the community are also women who are multi-talented, who have multiple ways to bring in revenue that you just hadn't tapped into it. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. So that's step number one. I want you to begin to think about what are you doing right now to generate income? Are you just doing the insurance? Are you doing some things outside of that? I know a lot of you may be professors. Maybe you're teaching, in academia. Maybe you have a t-shirt business. Maybe you have, event planning. I know there are a lot of event planners that I've met inside of this community. What are you doing outside of that? But then, I want you to make sure that you look at your numbers. And for those of you that are watching live, please say hello, say hi, let me know that you're here with me. And for those of you that are catching it on the replay, please comment #replay so that I know that you watch and I know that you caught this training, because this one is going to really help you to begin to think about creating those additional streams of income that we've been chatting about for the past 8 weeks. All right. So what I want you to write down in terms of your numbers, I want you to think about what are you doing annually, right? What are your substantial revenue look like when you break it down? What is your annual income? What is your monthly income? Weekly and then daily. That's right. Every day you should be thinking about how am I bringing in revenue in my business. If it's not inside of my primary or my foundational business, which again, I know a lot of us in this community, our foundational business is the insurance industry. But what are you doing beyond that? And what does that look like in terms of real numbers? So write those down. Annual, what are you bringing in annually? Monthly, right? Weekly and daily. What are you doing right now to generate income? So that's step number one. Step number two is how do you plan and prepare to generate more revenue moving forward? So this is where the brainstorm begins to come in. This is when you begin to think about what are those gifts, those talents, those skills, and those abilities that I can use and that I can leverage to bring in additional revenue for myself and for my business. Is it consulting? I was having a conversation with our Grow and Scale Mastermind yesterday, and one of the ladies there, she's a financial consultant, a financial literacy consultant. That's her wheelhouse, right? Because she's teaching families how to be their own bank. How do they leverage the income that they'll get from a life insurance product to build generational wealth? And so she's creating her own program, and we're helping her to map that out. What's her price point, right? How is she going to deliver that program? Who is her ideal client? Those are all of the things that we help you create and build inside of the Grow and Scale Mastermind, inside of our Grow and Scale 90-day accelerator. And now we're offering it to you, as a free 60-minute revenue generating intensive. We'll do that for you. We'll have a chat about how we can help you build that plan out. But that's all that you need to think about in terms of what are you going to do moving forward. What is your content plan look like? How are you going to market these additional streams of income? All of these things are so very important. Whenever I go out onto, and I don't spend a lot of time on social media. I'm here interacting with you guys, talking to you guys, making comments, that type of thing. But I don't do a lot of scrolling because I think that's wasted time. But sometimes it's really good to get out and just see what's going on out in the community. And so too often I see those of you posting motivational things, cute little quotes and jokes, but I really want you to begin to think about what type of impact does that content really do in terms of bringing in additional revenue streams for your business. I want you to begin to think about, is that content that your ideal client really wants? Yes, everybody wants to feel good. So let me say that everybody wants to be happy and feel good from the quotes and the inspirational messages. And I'm not saying to stop doing those because I do them myself, but I also want you to begin to think about what types of content is going to be relevant and valuable for your ideal client. Now, and so for those of you who may not even really know who your ideal client is, who is that woman or man or family or community or groups of people that you desire to impact and leave an indelible impression upon them, then you need to find out who those people are. And if you don't, then again, that's why our Grow and Scale Accelerated is so important. And now our Grow and Scale Revenue Generating Intensive that we're offering for you free right here inside of the community. If you want more information about it, go ahead. You can private message me and I'll be more than happy to share the details with you, share my scheduling link, and we can grab a call and talk about that. But I want you to begin to think about, how do you plan to prepare to generate more revenue for your business moving forward? And then number 3, how does that revenue really correlate to your impact? And when I mean your impact, what is it that you desire to do? What is going to be the end game of what you're doing and how you want to serve your ideal client or the community that you serve, your ideal client or community, that you want to serve? And so what's the impact? What are they going to walk away with knowing that they have it? Again, I'm going to use that same example with my client from yesterday. She's a financial literacy consultant, but what are they going to walk away with? Are they going to walk away with a strategic plan in terms of how they can leverage a life insurance, the income from a life insurance policy, to generate generational wealth for themselves and for their families? That's what I want you to think about. Not that I'm just going to teach them all about insurance and this is, how much the product costs, but what is the impact that you desire? In other words, or what is the value that they are going to walk away? And guys, let me say this, and ladies, let me say this. Posting inspirational quotes and scriptures are all great, but that's not going to help you as it relates to you solving a problem that your ideal client has. So I want you to think about, what problem am I solving? What value am I giving to those individuals who interact with me, that I am working with to bring that additional stream of income inside of your business? And so, if you need help with this, if you want me to help you create your strategy and your plan, then go ahead, DM me. It's not a whole drawn out process. Send me a DM. I'll send you my scheduling link. You'll get on my calendar and we'll help you. We'll work with you one-on-one to create that strategy that you need. I'm looking at my notes now to make sure that we create that strategy that you need to begin to increase that revenue and generate more income inside of your business. You guys, if you don't know where to start, then I'm telling you where to start. Where to start is to grab a seat inside one of my free 60-minute sessions where we'll talk about all about your plans that will begin to help you generate some additional income. Now, for those of you, again, that are brand new to the community, I really hope that you paid attention this afternoon and that you listened to why it's so very important and why it's so relevant that you begin to think about additional streams of income. Not tomorrow, not next week. You think about it today. You guys know over the past several months, we have all been in a whirlwind of change, income change. Some people lost jobs. Some people had to move away. Some people incurred tons of medical bills. They were having to homeschool. There's food shortages. Now the gas prices are up. And all of that, requires money. And so I want you to think about, how am I going to do this? What's going to be my pivot? And what am I going to do to ensure that me and my family are going to be okay on the other side of this? And yes, I do believe that all of us are going to get on the other side of it, but we have to create a plan and a strategy to get on the other side. And so, during the session, I want to tell you a little bit about the 60-minute session and some of the things that we talk about to help you begin to think about your revenue generating plan. And it's all about, we'll talk about your price point. We'll help you create, if you desire to have a payment plan, what that's going to look like. We'll help you identify who your ideal client is if you don't already know who that is and what that looks like. What's the right outcome for those clients also? It's great to say I have this product or I have this program or I have this service that I want to offer you, but what is it, what's the outcome that particular ideal client is going to look for, and what do they want? Product creation. We'll talk about some research and some optimization, how we can help you do that. Me and my team will help you accomplish that. What is the best outcome? What will be, your marketing strategy for your content? We'll help you figure out what to post on Instagram, what to post on Facebook, what are you going to share during your emails? Maybe you want to create a live webinar, a live training. What do you need to say in that live training? And here's a big thing that I really think stands out to us as women. We're so afraid to ask for the sale, right? To ask for that money. When I was back director in qualification at Mary Kay, one of the biggest things that they drilled into us is that Mary Kay taught us is that, nothing happens in the world until somebody sells something. So I want you to begin to be comfortable talking about money. Be comfortable asking for that sale. Because you have the solution to the problems that they're facing, to the challenges that they're facing, or whatever it is that they desire for their life. You have the solution for it. And so why not ask for the sale? So many of you, I've listened in on a lot of sales calls, and I think where we all drop the ball all too often is that we just miss the boat in asking for the sale. And so that's for someone who's, I don't know why I needed to share that, but I know if you're watching this live or if you're watching this with me on replay, again, introduce yourself, say hey, and indicate #replay. But you may be that person that needs to begin to think about, you got to ask for that sale. I'll teach you how to pitch. How do you pitch your product at the end, and how do you ask for that sale? So if you don't have additional streams of income right now and you're not even sure where to start, then we need to talk today. We need to talk today. And so all you need to do is really easy, is private message me. I'll send you a link to my calendar. We'll schedule some time to chat, and then we'll start thinking about and helping you create a strategy for bringing in additional streams of income into your business today. You need to invest in working with someone who can really help you really achieve the goals that you want to achieve and make the type of money that you want. And you also need to work with someone who's been there and done it, right? You don't need someone who's teaching you theory or something that they actually learned in a book. You need to work with someone who is experienced, who's an expert. And I hope you choose me because I've done these things. I've been able to create additional streams of revenue and additional streams of income for myself and my business, all while serving and making an impact in the community that I love. And that's y'all. I absolutely love you guys. I want you to win. And so if you want someone to hold your hand, you want that one-on-one attention, and you want to work with me, then go ahead, private message me. I'll send you the link to my calendar and grab you a spot. I really want to work with you. I really like to do these types of strategy sessions during the first end of the month or the first week of the month, and as we're closing out February and going on into March, so that you have enough time to really implement these strategies and really start moving toward creating those additional streams of income. I really hate getting to the end of the month, y'all. I despise it. To the end of the month and I didn't hit my revenue stream goal, And I don't know about you, you probably feel the same way. You didn't hit your goal, and so you're feeling some kind of way about it. Then you definitely need to grab a spot into one of my revenue generating set intensives so we can help you build that strategy. Don't wait to the end of the month because it's too late. It's too late for that month, but we certainly can help you build, a strategy not only for March, but April, May, June, and the rest of the year. And so I really want to work with you and talk to you about it. So no more scrambling, right? Promise me, no more scrambling, no more trying to figure this thing out alone. I am here to help you. Again, Here's what you're going to get. We'll help you break down who your ideal client is. We'll work through your marketing strategy. We'll create a content plan for you. We'll help you with the product creation and development. All you need to do is private message me and get on my calendar. Really quickly, I want to recap those 3 steps because I don't want you guys to forget. Number 1, you need to figure out what you're doing to generate revenue right now. Go ahead and think about what are your substantial revenue goals and what do they look like now, annually, monthly, weekly, and daily. Number 2 is how do you plan to prepare to generate revenue going forward? What are you going to do and how are you going to bring more money in moving forward? And then number 3, how does your revenue goals really correlate with the impact and the value that you desire for your ideal client? All right, guys, so that's it for today. I know this one was a little bit longer than I normally do, but I thought it was so very important that we talk about this whole revenue generating plan and how my team and I are doing these things inside of our Growing Scale Done For You consulting services and why we're making an impact and such a huge change. Get this thing going, it is life changing. And I want to help you do that. All right. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys soon. Make it a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.